feel like you have a lot more control over your vehicle. Oh! What's up guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. For those of you that don't know, my name is Antonio Matwire and I have a 2017 BMW 340i. So today I wanted to do a couple of things for you guys. One, I wanted to do a review on the H&R Super Sport lowering springs that I installed on my car about a month and a half, 2 months ago. And I also keep getting questions on people asking me why springs instead of coilovers. So first I will talk about why I decided to get the H&R Super Sport lowering springs instead of the coilovers. So for those of you that don't know, coilovers come with the springs and the shocks. Pretty much comes with everything you need, your whole suspension setup, and they are adjustable. There's lots more customization you can do with coilovers. You can increase or decrease like the stiffness of the ride, and there's just a whole lot that you can do that you can't do with springs. Springs literally just drop your car. You know, they give you that drop you're looking for, but they're just the springs, so they don't include the shocks for your vehicle. So probably the biggest reason why I chose to go springs instead of coilovers is just the price. If you want to get a really good set of coilovers, they can run you easily $1,000 plus. So with the springs, the H&R Super Sport springs, I probably only paid like 300 and something. And so that was honestly the biggest determining factor for me, was just the money. At that point in time, I wasn't looking to spend, you know, $1,000, $2,000 on coilovers. And you know, it just seemed a lot more reasonable to spend 300 something on the springs. Also on top of that, my BMW is fairly new. When I bought it, it only had about 22,000 miles on it, so the shocks are fairly new anyway. So I figured that if I went ahead and just got the lowering springs anyway, the ride quality wouldn't be that bad, just because these shocks aren't that old in the first place. And that brings me to another point. A lot of misconceptions people have is that springs, just getting springs will make your ride quality really bad. That hasn't been the case with my experience, and I guess we'll kind of go a little more into the review of the springs at this point. But these springs have been so good to me ever since I installed them. You know, like I said, about 2 months ago, I haven't really felt a dramatic change in ride quality. It's still fairly smooth. The only thing that I've noticed, you know, like going over big bumps now is a little more noticeable, or even driving on the highway, when you have those highways that you know that are pretty bumpy. Sometimes driving on those kind of highways, you can feel it a little more in the car. And it's nothing that's, you know, not manageable. It's definitely not very aggressive to the point where you're like, oh my God, why did I put these springs on my car? So I guess that'd be a con of the springs. Another con I would say is just if you're not used to driving a low vehicle, the springs drop your vehicle a good amount. Another reason why I decided to go springs instead of the coilovers is that coilovers, as I mentioned before, are adjustable, and that's really good if you're, you know, tracking your car and you're going to the track and racing your car, whatever the case may be. You can adjust your ride height to that. So, you know, you get to the track, lower your vehicle, you're leaving the track, you know, make your vehicle higher. That's great, you know. But as far as just daily driver, the H&R Super Sport springs are perfect for that. I did end up going Super Sport. So they do have the H&R Sports and Super Sport. The Sports are the blue ones, and they drop your car quite a bit, but the Super Sports drop your car even more. So I ended up going Super Sport just because I wanted that little extra drop, just for the simple fact that the roads here in Arkansas aren't terrible. I know some people that live, you know, in big cities or just any area that have really bad roads, you don't want to go Super Sport, and I don't blame you. I would definitely recommend, if you live somewhere that doesn't have the best roads, definitely go just, you know, the regular sport springs. But if you're not worried about the roads in your area, Super Sport is definitely manageable. Obviously, if you're just going springs, over time your shocks will wear out, and probably faster than they would if you just left your car stock. But that's no big deal, you know. Even if you did leave your car with a stock spring, sooner or later those ones would go out as well. So now let's talk about some good things about the springs. So as far as the Super Sport springs, I love the way it dropped the vehicle. It's not too low, but then again, it's low enough, you know what I'm saying? So when I look at my car, I look at it and I'm just like, dang, like it's low, but it's not to the point. Damn, it's badass. That's a badass bike. But it's not to the point where my car is too low. So I would honestly say the Super Sports are perfect. Once again, if you don't have bad roads, they're perfect. Because to be honest, if my car was any lower, then I probably would not enjoy driving it as a daily driver. Because honestly, if you are using your vehicle for a daily driver, you don't want something that's going to be like slammed to the floor, you know? Because that's just really annoying, because at that point, you're just constantly on the lookout for potholes or uneven road. And it just takes away from the driving experience. But the height that my car is sitting at right now, I think is damn near perfect. It's low enough to where it looks really good and you can actually tell that I lowered my car, but it's not too low to the point where I'm like, dang, like, is that a pothole? Oh man, like constantly worried about driving, you know? I can pretty much drive comfortably without scraping my car everywhere I go. So now that I've told you guys what I like about them, I'll go ahead and talk about like the performance of them. So you can expect noticeable performance gains, and I'm not talking about like horsepower. I'm just talking about the stability of your car as well as the body roll. So with these springs that I have on my car right now, I can definitely notice when I'm taking a sharp turn, or even those big old turns like exits for the highway or the entrances to highways. You can barely tell. There's barely any body roll whatsoever, and it just feels really good. You can go a decent speed while turning and you're not like, you know what I'm saying? So in that aspect, the springs definitely help with body roll. Your car just feels more planted to the road, so you don't feel like you're just floating all over the place. I know sometimes, especially when you're going higher speeds, you know, on the track or whatever the case may be, when you're going higher speeds, your car doesn't feel like it's just floating all over the place. You actually feel planted to the road, and it feels a lot more stable, that's for sure. But now that I talked a little bit about why I decided to choose springs instead of coilovers, and also a little bit about the H&R Super Sport springs that I did purchase, I wanted to get out the car and show you guys just a little walk around on how much it dropped the vehicle, and also just how it looks in general. So here is the back of the vehicle. As you can see, there is absolutely no wheel gap, and this is, like I said, about a month or two after of them settling, so I can barely get a finger in there. But that's the back. I think it looks really good. Excuse the siren. And then here's the front. So on the front, same thing. There is absolutely no wheel gap whatsoever. There's a little more of a wheel gap than there is in the back. I can kind of fit a finger or two in here, but just barely. It's nothing crazy. And if I come back all the way, you can see how low the vehicle is. And it looks really good. I don't have any regrets with going with the springs. I think the vehicle sits at a perfect height, and if the shocks do wear out, I'll just end up replacing those in the future. But for right now, 2 months later, the ride quality is still the same as when I installed them. Now I would like to switch to the GoPro and just show you guys me driving, just so you guys can see a little better and maybe hear like the bumps I'm talking about, and you can see when I take turns just how stable the vehicle really is. Alright, so I switched to my GoPro. So I did just want to show you guys, it's gonna be very hard to show you guys the lack of body roll, but hopefully I can get like some very big bumps so where you guys can hear and see how the car reacts. And once again, I wouldn't say it's like super uncomfortable, but it's definitely noticeable, and it's a little more harsh on the shocks than it is if you were just to have stock springs. Alright, so back here there's a lot of turns, so that's why I wanted to pick this street. But on turns like this, like I said, you can turn really quick and there's barely any body roll. And like I said, I know it's hard to show you guys the lack of body roll on camera, but I'm telling you, my car stays very, very stable. And so if you were tracking your car, it'd be very beneficial for you to lower your vehicle, just for the simple fact that it's more stable and you just feel like you have a lot more control over your vehicle. Oh, I don't know if you guys could hear how loud that was, but I was not expecting that. I did not even know. I've been on this road plenty of times and that has never been there, and I'm low-key worried about my wheels right now. That was definitely not part of the plan. I guess I got what I asked for. I wanted to show you guys Oh Lord, I wanted to show you guys just how harsh these springs can be, but that was a little more harsh than what I was expecting. So I mean, I got out, the car looks fine. You know, my wheels, tires, everything's good. I didn't pop a tire or anything like that. But that was crazy. So I guess back there, apparently there was some work being done on the road, and I guess they had just cut out a section of the road and put some gravel in there, or rocks, or whatever it was back there. I hit that pretty hard. Like I said, everything on my car is fine, but I was not expecting that. So that's so overall, when it comes to buying springs or coilovers, I'll just leave you guys with this. If you want to save your money and you want to just drop your car and you don't plan on tracking your car, whatever the case may be, if you want to use your vehicle for a daily driver, then I definitely do recommend just getting springs. You'll save a lot of money and you'll get the drop that you're looking for a fraction of the cost. Now, if you do plan on tracking your car, or even if you're just one of those people that want that customizable ride quality, if that's something that you're interested in doing, then I definitely go coilovers, because that is definitely something that you cannot do with just springs. But just like that, that wraps up today's video. If you guys aren't already subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. And if you liked this video or helped you out in any way, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.